Hi, in this video we are going to discuss how do we handle categorical data. Now, database may not always contain numerical format that we want. Okay, sometimes the data in database can be categorical. For example, gender or country we live in or the eye color, the education level. They are not numerical data. Okay, these are categorical data. Now, all the categorical data needs to be converted to numerical format before we feed it into the machine learning algorithm. That is correct. So how do we deal with that? Okay, so for example, we have this sample data. Okay, in this we have ID and age. They are the numerical data sets, but we have categorical data as well. We have gender, we have country, eye color, education level, and the rating. Okay, rating, if this is the data about the software programmers, we have rating that expert or whatever. Now, there are certain techniques which we can use while pre-processing the categorical data to ensure that our model is accurate. Okay. Now, before we start with that, there are two types of categorical data. Okay, there are two broad categories in which the categorical data may be divided. The first category is ordinal data and second is nominal data. What is ordinal data? Ordinal data is the type of data which has certain type of order. Okay, for example, in education level we have graduate, postgraduate, expert, and we know that graduate is smaller than postgraduate and postgraduate is smaller than expert. Okay, it should not be expert, it is doctorate actually. DOCTORAT. Okay, so this is the type of categorical data which has certain amount of order associated with it. Okay, whereas when we talk about nominal data, there is no order associated. For example, gender, there is no order between male or female. None of them is bigger or smaller. There is no order between nationality, there is no order between the eye color. Okay, so there is one point that categorical data needs to be pre-processed only in machine learning algorithm. This is false because categorical data has to be pre-processed in all the algorithms. Okay, it's not just for machine learning algorithms. So how do we transform ordinal data? The transformation of ordinal data is somewhat simple because as we have seen, the data is following some type of order. So we can just assign the values now. We can just assign a doctorate as 2, postgraduate as 1, and graduate as 0. As simple as that. We can assign rating expert as 1, beginner as 0, and now our data set will become something like this. It's very simple. The numbers should be assigned in the order where the least value is the least, and then we have basically the numbers should also be assigned in the order. This is how we can deal with ordinal data. But how do we transform the nominal data? See, we can do the same thing. We can assign the values. Okay, we can say female is 1, male is 0. But the thing is, if we do something like that, this is going to give an illusion to our model that female is greater than 1, female is greater than male. Okay, and this is going to affect the prediction of our model. So if you talk about the theory, we can assign the values to the categories similarly like we did in ordinal data, but here is no order followed. So since there is no order followed, assigning M as 2 and F as 1 will give false information to the model. So in the situation where we have to deal with nominal data, the one-hot encoding is used to solve our problem. And the another word for one-hot encoding is binarization of category. What we do, for example, we have gender here. So what we do, instead of gender, the categories in the gender are basically made as the attributes, and then we just specify 1, 0, right? This is how we do it. Now the number of column required to represent the feature will be equal to number of categories in that feature. So it is very clear that using this particular approach is going to increase the number of features of our data, and the number of columns that will be required to represent a particular feature will be equal to the number of categories that feature had. So for example, feature gender had 2 categories, male and female. So the number of columns it takes to represent this data are 2. All right. Okay, so this was about handling the categorical data. In the next video we are going to see about density based clustering.